So she had to come from Dhaka Airport, from Sylhet Airport to Dhaka Airport, from Dhaka Airport to Singapore Airport, from Singapore to Auckland. And that time we didn't have mobile and we didn't have any communication. So I became really worried.
Farid Ahmed's words of forgiveness were heard around the world following a terror attack in Christchurch, New Zealand.
I want a heart that will be full of love and will forgive lavishly.
His words and stories offer both healing and hope for the future.
If our heart is full of love, then peace will start from here.
Episode 46. Husna arrives in New Zealand.
My stress was that I took huge responsibility on my shoulder. If something goes wrong, I'll fail. And what can I say to her family or to my family? That was one anticipation. Another thing was my stressing is for another reason. When it comes to relationship, I cannot back up. I give or I try to give more than what I get. And that caring part owns me down. So for those two reasons, I was very heavy.
Can you explain the last part a wee bit again? Broaden that.
So my compassionate part.
Yeah.
I care about my friend, my family, more than myself.
Yeah.
Now my heart goes out there. And as a result, I have to give, I have to protect, I have to provide safety. And all these things together become
like a burden. Almost.
Become a yes.
Yeah.
And sometimes probably it is more than I should do, but it happens. So few of us, we went to airport. So among us, my friend's wife was with us. They were trying to cheer me up. Usually I'm the one, who cheers everyone up. But that day, strange, they were trying to make me smile, assure me it was not helping much. So, for the first time in my life, when I was standing in the airport, I felt dizzy. I felt the whole world was, slipping away, and I almost fell down. And my friend Yusuf, he and his wife, they were closely monitoring me. He quickly caught me and he said, with huge reprimand, "Stop this! You can do better than this."
I love his approach. Not sympathy, just pull yourself together.
Yeah. And that was helpful. I needed that. So for some reason, passengers were coming out, almost to the point of end. No sign of her. So she had to come from Dhaka Airport, from Sylhet Airport to Dhaka Airport, from Dhaka Airport to Singapore Airport, from Singapore to Auckland. And that time we didn't have mobile and we didn't have any communication. So I became really worried. What do I do? I told them, any idea, any advice, what can I do? Then we figured out that I should go to Singapore Airlines counter and check with them. So I went there and I said, I just need one information. This name, is she on board? Can you tell me? No. This is not our protocol. I said, can't you do something? I'm dying here. I'm sinking here. No, sir, can't do anything. But when he saw my tears, he felt so sorry. He said, wait, don't break down. I'll break the protocol. Yeah. And then he checked and he said, don't worry, mister, she's on board. Maybe, she's somewhere with immigration, but she's landed and sooner or later she will come out. Okay. So that part was all right. So came back on waiting area. But then anticipation, what is happening? Is it a problem with her English communication? Because she will be she will be speaking limited English. What can I do? On one hand, I needed to wait there. I should not leave the spot. And on the other hand, my mind was saying, go and talk to the security, go and talk to the airport police or some officers there to find out. But if I go and she comes, my friends would not know her. Yes. So it was a catch 20. So, was waiting, and it was very, very tough moments. Very, very tough moments. Lots of worries. And then suddenly I looked at that immigration officer was bringing someone from other side, not the usual way that passengers come out, but from another way. And I saw from far, and I thought that maybe that's her. So I ran there, and it was her. She was so weak, sick, and the kind lady immigration officer she realized that this new person needs help. So the officer decided to keep her beside her until she finished everything. And then when she closed her desk, she said, I'll take it. And she, Husna was leaning on her. And she was holding her, and slowly they were walking. Why did it happen? Why was she so weak? I could imagine that on one hand, her mind said, go. Yeah. But suddenly, leaving everything behind is not easy.
Such courage.
I remembered when I left, I was almost sick. mentally and emotionally. I was attached to friends, families, attached to the land, the trees, the flowers. We get attached to. So I realized quickly that if it was so hard for me, it would be double, triple hard for her. The funny thing was, at that point I was in a crisis. I was in a trouble. So according to my belief, I preferred that she was going to be working, she would come, I would help her, but I would not touch her until I marry.
Yeah.
That was my preference. But because she was sick, in that exceptional circumstances, I said, no problem. I'll carry you. Yeah. So I carried her because I could not see her limping. She was really weak at that time. So I thanked the officer, the kind officer, very nice lady, a white European lady. I thanked her and I said, now let me carry her and you are now free. So I carried her, brought her into car, and I asked my friend to drive. So we came to my friend's house where they had organized a simple marriage.